This one is great. Pro-life progressives. Yes, I guess this is a thing, but it's not. It's to try to get you. It's to try to manipulate your mind. Okay, get this. To manipulate your mind. Like, if enough progressives see this commercial, they want you to think that progressive and pro-life can be a thing. They're trying to, like, plant the seed into your brain so it grows. And it's hilarious. Check this shit out. I love the Majority Report, too, by the way. Check out Sam Seder's show. Emma, always good.
A new interest group that just sort of popped up out of nowhere. Some young people apparently got together. Now, I do think that we have examples of people who are progressive and even socialist on some issues, and then also maybe their religious edicts tell them that.
Right, I'm not even saying it's impossible. I'm just saying I'm not saying it's impossible either. But you'll see. You'll see. Oh.
They're against abortion. I do not think that there is necessarily a contradiction there. The contradiction comes in when you want to impose your
belief on someone else. Yes, he's right.
The rest of society.
He's so right.
Use the state to enforce them.
Literal bigotry. You have to think my way, be my way, or don't no way. You know, he's exactly right. Sam's exactly right.
That said, here is a promotional video for the progressive anti-abortion uprising. And I will say before we play this, I suspect this is going to do as well as Brandon Tarkenton's, what's it called? Brandon Starka's
Tarkenton
Walk Away campaign.
I believe, for all the younger people in the audience, that's a Fran Tarkenton reference. That's a old quarterback, I believe, of the 49ers. Maybe not the 49ers. I can't remember what fucking team. They might have played for the Vikings at one point, too. I think he played for multiple teams. But, yeah, nice little reference there. He gets a butter sculpture made out of him in an episode of Weeds. Sorry. It's interesting. But yeah, little football aside there. Go Patriots.
But here it is.
We are feminists, Black,
Indigenous, Latinos, people of color,
and white allies. We are atheist, Muslim,
Christians, Jewish,
and everything in between.
we are gay,
Straight, bisexual,
transgender,
non-binary,
and gender non-conforming.
and we believe the progressive values of
Equality, nonviolence, and non-discrimination
are incompatible with abortion. Abortion violence is the redistribution of the oppression.
Abortion violence. Incompatible with this. These are why you're trying to sow that fucking dangerous seed in your head. And it's stupid because it's like, what? It's like dangerous violence. Like, what? What?
People of color, women, the LGBTQ+ community, people who can give birth, and people from low-income backgrounds experience onto an even more vulnerable population.
The unborn.
The unborn.
I don't know. Can you explain that to me? It is the redistribution of oppression that
I don't get it either.
that is
You know what, Sam? I don't get it either. This probably doesn't make any goddamn sense. Redistribution of the inequality and pain through getting an abortion? That doesn't even make fucking sense. What kind of terrible, terrible false equivalency is that? And how is that going to be a good argument to persuade any progressive to fucking think about, oh, I guess abortion's bad now. What the fuck are they on?
that people, that people who of marginal political power, historically marginal political power in our society, they get that oppression, and it's redistributed onto fetuses and embryos.
Well, basically what they did was they just took a hat and put a bunch of liberal, lefty, Gen Z new buzzwords into it, or Gen X, or whatever
Yes, exactly.
And they picked it out, and they
They tried
decided
to-
that this is how it affects
This
people.
is
Does that,
these
honestly,
buzzwords.
I'm trying to understand what that means.
And people from low-income backgrounds experience onto even more vulnerable population. What? I don't know. I'm trying to read some of these captions here.
It's saying all that suffering that you are going to have by carrying this unwanted pregnancy to term, you shouldn't just take that out on the baby by getting an abortion. That's what it's trying to say.
But they're talking about people like who theoretically would not be forced to carry an embryo to
Right. What about people who are forced?
birth.
What about rape cases? What about these? Yeah, I guess they're rubbing their pain of their rape onto their child by getting it aborted. Just like that fucking argument about Ben Shapiro, or it wasn't Ben Shapiro, it was the woman. I can't remember her name because she was insignificant. She was saying that like, oh, you're fucking putting like your violent action of abortion, like I don't even consider violence or abortion violent, and the rape that occurred was more violent. And fuck, if I have to be as a female, I have to have that fucking child to supplant some fucking false feeling. I guarantee a woman in most cases who has an abortion, as opposed to having a child, is gonna feel slightly better. It's like it's a lesser of two evils. They're both shitty scenarios. You know, getting raped is a bad thing. Like I said, it's like what. This is so. I hate this. I hate it so much.
I just don't understand how you redistribute oppression.
Well, I don't know that these are conservatives acting like liberals or the left, but it sounds like people very unfamiliar with these terms.
There's
It does.
a lot of left is best quality to this, right?
Abortion
Remind
violence
people.
is the redistribution of the oppression of people of color.
What?
So wait a second. If that's true, has there been a diminishment of oppression of people of color since abortion has been legalized?
And who
Is it 1-to-1?
So there's less oppression of black people and other oppressed groups.
It also seems to imply that oppression is a fixed, static amount of a phenomenon.
Energy.
It's like an energy, and you
Oh
must
my
dissipate
God.
it in some fashion. So what we need to do is take that.
This energy has to be get it to a ball and just abort. Oh my God.
Oppression, redistribute it, and send it maybe into space. Maybe
Yes,
we get
there you
Elon
go.
Musk,
There you go.
put it
Yucca
in
Mountain.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's continue. I'm just trying to figure this out.
You and me both, Sam.
3, 2, 1.
Is the redistribution of the oppression people of color, women, the LGBTQ plus community, people who can give birth, and people from low-income backgrounds experience onto an even more vulnerable population.
the unborn.
Today, we are
Damn bored.
standing up.
The Democratic establishment and saying no more.
No more.
There's a horror movie called that, The Unborn.
No more.
Black lives.
Here's the other thing that seems a little bit weird. Here's the other thing that seems a little bit weird. These are progressives who are against or anti-abortion. We know what the numbers are in terms of abortion in this country. It's not the right for a woman to have an abortion. It's not exclusively in the purview of Democratic voters. There are Republican voters. Like, why are they standing up to the Democratic establishment? Aren't they really against like what over 60% of the American population believes?
Because the
It's just-
Democratic establishment wants to impose abortion on everybody so they can redistribute oppression to give it to everybody else.
I just think that using Democrats interchangeably and Democratic establishment is like another left is best clue.
It's an AstroTurf campaign. This is another thing that
Yes.
we're going to be seeing like in a few months. Oh, this is funded
Can't
by...
they get somebody decent to write these damn things though? Like, I mean, for God's sakes, if you got a ton of money, send me the thing. I'll do some punch up on the script for you.
I'm sure it's just some like right-wing kind of religious organization that has some shady funding that didn't put a ton of thought into it and has no literacy with this kind of language anyway because they aren't on the left.
Right.
They got a few cranks, young people who may have
Throw some left talking points in there, they'll be tricked.
religious ideology in and of themselves, and they said we'll put together this video for you and we'll elevate your perspective.
These are religious kids who think they're on the left because they're not like extremely racist, and misogynistic, like against and anti-gay.
Yeah, but they kind of maybe are.
But they might be, yeah, just relative to who they're surrounded by.
But they use pronouns correctly, so it's totally cool.
Let's let's continue. And listen, I'm gonna cop to this right now. I'm gonna mention the woman who purports to be Muslim. She may be, but that's just an odd. I don't know what's going on there with that in that one. But
She looks like she's 37.
well, I mean, she may not be. I don't know if she's. It's just something odd, like
Little, yeah.
there's something a little bit
I'm
weird.
off about a couple of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, something a little strange. The blunt rotation. It's the best joke ever, a blunt rotation joke. Perfect. Perfect.
Standing up.
To the Democratic establishment and saying no more.
No more.
No más. No more.
No mas.
More.
Black Lives Matter. Trans rights are human rights.
Love is love. And let the unborn live. Revolution has no place in the progressive movement.
Let the unborn live.
We are the progressive anti-abortion uprising, and we will not be silenced.
We will not be silenced.
We will not be silenced. The pro-life
She is creepy. He's right. She looked kind of like an alien, but yeah, she's creepy as fuck. He was right. And these people are fucking creepy in general, and it's clearly a fucking psyop. It is. It's clear as day.
This is like classic reactionary talk, right? Like the beginning of oppressing women's right to choose begins now. Finally,
Silence us.
we're starting this now. Well, this is a revolution where women don't get to decide what to do with their bodies.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
For decades oppressed by women's right to say
Choose.
how
Yes.
they live their lives and what the economic interest of their and the trajectory of their lives are going to be, and we are done with it. No more.